spawn and towards the mid doors for the CTs. So we're going to see who can bring the edge, who can give their team the edge between those two oppers.
Yeah, no, and honestly, that's a great point to talk about because, again, we got to see a lot more highlights from Dia on Nuke, where Nuke's not obviously like a huge op map. I mean, it definitely is viable, but a map like Dust2 is, this is a whole playground for the AWP. So the fact that we're going to be able to see these two go a little bit more of that head-to-head makes it a lot more exciting. But it is going to be NRG here on the CT side to see what they're going to be able to find, and getting info. They're going to go down to the old faithful, the long control, and there it is again. Shane, he just gets this thing done. He finds the opening too. Now Nitro needs to be able to find himself a little bit of a backstab. He will not. And getting info, my god, they are trying to get themselves another pistol round in their grasp here, Nate, and it's looking like it's going to be quick and dirty.
Yes, it does. Hex the last one. He's gotten two, has to fall back to reload. He's in a spot where he can bring this round back. 1v2. Carson, though, pushing well up to catwalk. It is read by Hex, or at least he thinks it's a possibility. But his crossfire now well and truly established, and the Glocks really accurate for the likes of getting info. 2 headshots for Shane. They're getting 2 as well. I believe they were both headshots. Carson putting that final nail in the coffin, really making those, in many people's opinions, subpar first-round pistols that are rather inaccurate at range sing true. Getting info. Not starting off slowly like they did on map number 1.
And I love that, though. I mean, that's the thing we were talking about with this team is, like, when they get aggressive like this, they can be really scary with the firepower. And, like, again, just even going down long, barreling the blocks is huge. Now even NRG, they're trying to go for a triple player stack. Already George is taking a significant amount of damage. Good flashes coming in, but look at that. Not even going to matter at all. Shane pops right out of pit, finds himself this double once again. This guy has just been shining so bright so far in these best of ones. It's unreal. Now OC with the scout. Doesn't have the armor, but again, he might just want to keep himself more of in the passive position, keep his gun in hand as much as possible, and put it into work here for round number 3, but getting info, just going quick and dirty like I talked about. And OC just getting himself little consolation prizes, and man, he is a dead man walking, and getting info. They're going to take it pretty convincingly.
Yes, they are. Losing 2, excuse me, acceptable losses. Especially against the 4 spy. That means NRG are going to be on a half at most going into this one. Some pistols being bought, a 5.7, a P250. And that's all she really wrote for the NRG camp. Very likely going to be a third for getting info unless something insane happens in this round. That doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, maybe, but not likely this one. Okay, OC. Interesting. Maybe try to throw a little bit of a ride, just that they're, stacking A. And then the fact that they're, towards B. They're already pushed all the way through upper tunnel, but this is not going to be the best angle for them. Despite, where the positioning is on Xbox. Now they're going to get this cat control. This is a little bit unfortunate for NRG. They're kind of a little bit slow on the trail on this one. They might be able to find this kill on Dia, but actually he spots the perfect shoulder. It is a 1-for-1 though. So picking up this AK might be nice. Put those 5.7s and maybe just look again for maybe another kill if they can do it. But even Bro being down to 22, it's just not the best position for them to be in. And look at how split apart they are.
Yeah, they are. Disjointed. Shane, a little bit of a risk taking these fights alone. Could be deathballed, but he finds both at range with ease. Nitro saving this AK, but Shane already wise to his potential position. Might not be allowed to save this.
Yeah,
all on timing. Steps are heard though.
They're hunting.
There it is. They don't have time. He actually goes back. He doubles back towards tunnels, and that's what does him in. If he went towards T-spawn, he would have been fine. But he made the wrong 50-50. So no weapons will be saved.
Yeah, and that's tough because, like you said, I mean, I feel like logically that would make sense that you would just say, like, look, I'm going to swing towards the tunnel side just because you would expect there to be double players on T side, like you said. So it really was a coin toss, and the fact that he just unfortunately picked the wrong one. But nice for getting info, just to making sure there's nothing saved at all. But, I mean, at the same time, NRG have a full gun round ready to go. This is important for NRG. This is all about getting themselves back in this game. But they got to be able to have to find something big. Getting info, now just again barreling into long. They got the 4 players committed with the bomb all the way in the back. Good pop with the smoke here. Nitro's able to get himself this first. Now they're just starting to really clean house. Look at how fast. Double smoke kills. Getting info. They haven't been able to find anybody at all. Their sights have been blurred. And now they're just down to a 2-on-5. Barely any damage inflicted here. We're talking like, what, 26 damage essentially done here against Nitro. So, like, again, this has been a really good round for NRG to bounce back into this.
Ready for that aggression. Ready for that change of pace. I like the idea from getting info. Does not pan out. Dia, again through the smoke. A bit of a smoke criminal in this one. 2 versus 4.
Ooh, a little bit of that, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, no, OC's in a good spot here because you got the double player on the catwalk. OC should be able to find this cross, hopefully, unless we see a disgusting shot here. Oh my god, actually, he's able to just catch him in the kneecap, so OC has to back off on this. But not going to be easy for the plan. And yeah, okay, so Dare going down makes it more problematic.
Good flash.
Yeah, that's a great flash. Perfectly done from Hex. Because if they would have just gone for the dry swing, I mean, honestly, could have been an opportunity for Dia to be able to find that double kill, but he at least got one. But NRG finally back on the board.
Finally. It's their turn for the slow start, albeit not nearly as slow as that last map for getting info. Timeout used early on by the likes of getting info, probably to figure out what they want to do with their economic situation. They invested a lot getting that up. So their money's kind of all over the place. They're probably going to go for a full buy, but exactly the composition, we'll have to wait and see. Carson getting dropped a Tech 9. Dare getting a Deagle. Shane getting a Galil around that pair of AKs for Dia and Marky. Not the worst.
Yeah, not the worst.
Wouldn't mind seeing some tons presence, some tunnels presence. Looking towards B. That Deagle and that Tech 9 come to mind. We haven't seen much pressure from NRG either towards the tunnels. And given the fact that we see a second tactical pause, I'm wondering if someone's taking a bio break.
Maybe, yeah. Or they really want to be crystal clear. I mean, this is kind of a unique purchase, right? Because, I mean, the utility, still pretty decent, again, with, like, lots of smokes and, you know, the mollies and everything, but the 3 rifles. So this is kind of like a really nice hybrid purchase, just with the double pistols. But, like you said, I would like to see those pistols kind of making the up-close fights, maybe towards Cat, or even onto that tunnel presence, which would be really good. But we'll see what they want to do for it, because they really have been decently getting that long possession. It was only in round 4 where they really started to get shut down. And that was, let's not forget, that was even NRG finding 2 kills through a smoke. So that was just pure spam alone.
Yep, spam and intuition. Getting info, dropping nades for a pop out long once more. It's only Carson at the point. He'll get through. Simply smoking the Molotov. Smoked the corner as well, so it gives him a bit of safe harbor. Might even peek around the smoke. Contact from his teammates. Oh, he gets through and actually catches OC. Nitro gets the trade, but the up-down is a big boon. And now things are kind of all over the place on this A site. Nitro holding from the car, though, gets one. Deagle shot good for the trade. George on site trying to mop things up, but to only find one. It's getting info with rebukes to everything NRG does, and that will lead them at least to a bomb plant. Marky is low, though. This round is still far from over. Seems like he's rather keen on trying to find that op. There it is. Right idea as well, looking for bro. Long shadows shown, and Marky hits the shot. Hexed. The last one on Cat will now scale more aggressively. He has a kit, and he has a smoke. But he has to find this first player on site rather quickly.
Yeah, he has to get this kill, and even Marky now throwing a great pop flash, but oh my god, Dia goes a bit too wide. There's an opportunity here. Oh no, the smoke!
Oh, the smoke!
Oh no, he threw it, it just hit the ledge! This is not what you want! Now Hex is just hoping with this angle he's going to be able to tuck it, he will not, and Marky gets it done! Oh, that is so friggin' unfortunate! Oh, you hate those moments. That could have been the round, that could have easily been the round here for NRG, but just... oh, that nade mechanic, you know, just that little bit of a bounce.
It's the second time Hex has been caught off by nade geometry. The first one was that Molotov in towards the J-Hall. Second time, it was him just not throwing it far enough on the plat.
Oh, poor guy.
Can't catch a break.
Just can't catch a break. Those limp arms, you know, he's gotta beef up a little bit.
Hit the gym.
Pick up some weights, buddy.
Let's go, Pipsqueak.
Just kidding, Hex. We love you.
OC. Scout finds the first. Dare and Tons finds one in response. Bro, desperately scrounging for a rifle, can't find it. And while he's looking, Marky finishes what Dare could not. 3 versus 3. Scout still in hand, and OC's been hitting shots with it. In fact, his only 2 kills come from the Scout. 1 in round 2, 1 in round 6.
Yeah.
Yep, very patient on the op, just holding long as well.
Yeah, not a bad position for Hex too, because again, he is expecting getting info just to kind of pop out of the smoke. But instead, getting info now, they're going to actually creep towards long. They're going to take this dry. Nitro doesn't have any shadow advantage here, but he does have a good position. Now he's able to just tuck his tail back into pit. Perfect flash here from OC getting thrown. Another one. He might even try to find himself a third. Why not? Yeah, Nitro's just going to get things done. A triple kill, picks up the op. This is going to be a good moment for them. Really nice little bit of a scrounge. So there we go. 2 rounds back on the board. Getting info. Now, again, with the lack of bomb plants, now the money's really bit him in a dire. So I don't even know if we're really... I mean, we could actually see the double save here, so they're just going to invest some of these pistols. And yeah, even Dia, he's going to be equipped here with the AK. So that was a purchase from Carson. It's going to get tossed to Dare. Why not? I mean, the guy's sitting at 100 and... What was that? 127 ADR so far?
He's been scary with the headshots as well, the one-taps. What's the phrase, though? Looking at that flashbang, that pair of pop flashes, I should say. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I got caught twice by the same flash. Seconds apart. OC. He has an op in hand. He's looking for the swing from lower tons, though, not top middle. Shane dancing with the idea of peeking. As his DS slowly slinking down to that angle he's holding. Flick does not connect.
No damage.
Not even a leg shot. Eagle doing a bit of damage here and there. NRG, though. Another missed nade.
I think the boys are going to go on the server and practice some of their nades here. Like, this is not looking good. And they got a free sight here, too. So, again, double players and long. So, that's George and Nitro that are committed into this long play. Bro's got a lot of good info. Like, he's got the audio cues. But, again, this is going to be a full retake scenario here for NRG. Right now, you can see in the minimap that Nitro and George are going to clear up long. This is really good because, again, they can just remove this from the equation. They've already figured out, okay, like, nobody's lurking. Now we can do something here about this. But look at getting info. They're going to put all triple players onto catwalk. They're trying to bring the gunfight to them. They're going to try to overwhelm this, but it's looking like NRG are finally being able to hit back a little bit here. And finally now it looks like they should be able to get themselves this round, and everybody's done. Diffuse is going to come through, and my oh my, what a way for NRG to get themselves only 1 casualty to get that diffuse.
Looks scary. Looks like it could go either way. But in spite of that, NRG make it look clean. Those pistols on catwalk, though, are definitely a scary thing to worry about. 3 to 4, one away from tying it up and getting info. Gonna go for the save now. Glocks in hand. 1 deagle for Marky. Not much of a chance. Although Tech 9 for Darren, another deagle now for Shane. Last minute investments. Just give them a little bit of something to go for.
Oh man, this is scary for OC. What? Oh god, okay, he's gonna get this kill, but... Alright, he's farming a little bit. God, I was scared here. Okay, OC, now we're starting to clean up. Ooh, nice little one tap from George, why not? But I don't know about you, Nate, but like, man, when you know a team is like on pistols and like they shouldn't have really too much of an investment, like I just get nervous when you put people up close with rifles like that, because all it really does take is just like 2 shots essentially and you're dead. So, but look, OC made it look clean. He made it look a little flashy for himself. Why not? But I don't know. Hopefully we don't see that get punished against him.
Hopefully we do not. Nitro's still on the FAMAS, getting ready for its buff.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Finally, only 10 years late.
10 years in the new game. Why not?
Carson's looking to be like that. Molotov Bloom saves his head. Bro, the first, OC the second. Good from those two. 3 between them. The op finds the head of Shane as well. OC having a map for himself at 10 kills already. Misses that last shot, but it's inconsequential. He'll stay alive. He'll fall back. And he'll look to make this map, or this round, excuse me, a flawless one. The doubling back towards the long. Might drop the FAMAS wielder. Nitro just baiting him into the fight. Will he put the second player close? No, but he'll still get the one-shot headshot. Nitro finish it off. There we go. NRG finally in the driver's seat.
Not bad at all.
Beginning to turn a corner.
Well, and it kind of comes back down to that same thing we were talking, like the premise about, the offers here for both NRG and getting info. We were saying, look, like we want to see what they're both going to be able to bring to this. OC really is starting to find himself in some good groovy form. So, like you said, sitting at a 10-4 is looking a lot better than before. Can he maintain that? Yes, he will. He's going to be able to outs Marky, but again, he only had the scout, so it's not like he had anything too much of a threat, but now OC's going on more behind. Oh, God, look at him. They're just feeding the guy.
Feeding the op. Waiting with an open maw. 5v3. Nade open the smoke. NRG really like nading open smokes, and it has worked for them quite well. Drop from the Tech 9. Does not pan out. OC still takes down Dare. George finds one on sight. The Eagle for Dia. Good for one, but it's only a flash in the pan. Another round where 4 NRG players survive. They guarantee themselves at least 6 in this first half. But getting info, we're now back to rifles once again.
Yeah, and honestly, like, we're starting to see NRG looking a lot better, right? A little bit more polished on the CT side. And I mean, when I was kind of looking at them before, like, I mean, when you look at the stats, I mean, their T side definitely was a bit higher. Like, their CT side is about a 70% win rate from what we've seen so far with them being 5-0 on this map. But I mean, their CT is at 70, so it's not like it's a huge difference, but it's definitely seeming like their defense is looking a lot more clean if they can. See how much more of a stack they can find. And now getting info. Might try to go for the Old Faithful once again. They're going to try to just swarm out of this long A if they can. But look at NRG. They're already in some great positioning. More utility. But Carson's able to sneak himself right behind the dumpster. Look at that. With him being able to escape that, the unpredictability in NRG, now they get caught with their pants down. So this has become more of a nuisance for them. They got full built utility on two players still. But Bro coming in from the flank, he has to be able to find this timing. It's going to be critical.
It's going to be critical. OC, will he be overran? Next is here, support running the sidelines, trying to distract their ire. But OC cannot slip the gap. The flank from Bro has to be huge, but the AK sprayed range is just too fickle. He finds one and is done. Marky finds that trade, and Hex is now in 1v3. They know he's here. Require 4K from him. The Molotov betrays his position at elevator, and so he will be caught trying to swing for the kills. Op recovered for Dia, and a 5th secured for getting info, who are now looking to tie this up in the last round of this first half. NRG, though, have done well to build up their economy. It's going to be a very contentious final round of this first half.
Man, and that's the thing, too. Like, you got to relate to it because you saw Bro was in a perfect position like that. And you could just see, like, his mouth was watering. He's like, look, I got 2 guys. I got 3 people on the ramp. And he had 2 of them essentially lined up. But he went for the spray. He didn't try to just control the recoil, so that really was his demise. And getting info, here they go again. But Nitro now has changed his position. There he is, and there he's able to find it. Now he's starting to shine bright like a star, and now just more. Can he find it? Yes, indeed. I'm getting info. They are feeding him. Nitro sitting himself at the quad kill, maybe the ace. Dia trying his best to just shut this down, not allowing him to get this highlight reel. Nitro has single-handedly been able to save this round for NRG, and they will get it done with a 7-5 as we get ready for the second half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
just another one. Oh, that darkness, it won't set me back again. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape. Take me back to you. Just shake the ground. Oh, this lightness, it will fill the air around. Oh, I'm not asleep or awake. I won't let the future escape.
NRG steal away the lead in spite of a slow start and bring us to an identical scoreline of the last map. But if you recall, it ended in overtime in getting Info's favor rather than NRG's. It's Pineapple Phillips and Laz on the microphone. NRG now on the T side of Dust2. It's Glocks across the board in a straight race towards Catwalk. Smoke in the mid doors early. A very coordinated play from NRG, and I'd expect nothing less. They race forward, marking first contact. Does some damage, falls away. No casualties yet. Flash over for the take up Catwalk. 4 players here. Shane on site gets 1. Spotting a second, can't quite get it yet, but the flashes are in support. The numbers are here. OC's Glock just can't do what getting infos can. Dare, Dia, Shane, and Marky all find 1. That's 2 for Shane on the round. And again, getting info. Take the second half pistol, and again, they find themselves in a good spot to tie things up.
Yeah, no kidding at all. I mean, that was a really nice play from NRG. I like the fact that, like you said, kind of a quick and easy one. They just said, look, let's just send it. Let's go on Catwalk. Got the double flashes that they could pop just for the quick encounter and then even for the site. But, man, again, when we talk about getting info, like, they are just on another level right now, hitting these shots and really just outsing here for NRG. So, the little bit of strategy on this was nice from NRG, but it's going to come down to the combat situation, which is just going in so much benefit right now for getting info. And like you said, the fact that they pretty much took that, I don't even think they lost a player. That's going to be huge here too. Dia now a little bit of overwhelmed by the numbers, but now he's got his comrade here. They're just going to give some fresh haircuts against NRG, and it should just be a matter of time before this is all done and over, and it'll be Dia with a jumping shot and 1 casualty. But honestly, they're going to take it any day of the week.
They didn't pick up the dropped M4, though.
Yeah, a little bit of a blunder on them, unfortunately.
I was going to say, the MP9 was definitely close enough. There's no doubt about it.
Look, an MP9 is sick, though. Like, you get the extra cash, it's just...
It's sick, but against rifles at range on Dust2...
Not a good time.
I know you're playing devil's advocate, but screw that. It was a mistake.
It was a mistake. No, I'm with you, but I'm just saying an MP9 is it's still lethal, man. It's still gross.
What's going to happen? Nitro getting control out and long quickly. A preemptive Molotov towards back blue bin. Has to be smoked off by the captain. Catwalk quick for NRG, though. Shane is here. He will be tested. He has support. That nade goes towards tons, not towards the middle. Arky, that MP9 does get 1. Only 1. A flash in the pan. Back to even footing.
Oh, that's a good
That
nade.
nade finds it, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
Very well thrown.
It's the worst feeling, too. Like, when you're trying to, lurk and get some information and nade just crunches you like that. Because your movement just freezes. Like, you're just stuck. It is the worst, but... Good note here for getting info, though. Their utility work has been also quite impressive to look at as well. Where I was kind of focusing more as them is just like a firehouse team, bringing a lot of that power. But now they got the double players on the Catwalk. NRG just trying to slowly cross towards it, just using that smoking connector. This molly should be able to flush the close cap player, but again, it's not going to do for Dia, but oh my, somehow OC's able to find it, but again, doesn't matter at all. As soon as they lose their comrade, they're able to find that double. And that's what I was talking about here, Nate. This firepower alone from getting info, it is really just starting to hit the shots. The line, or the dots are just hitting the lines now. And this might just be all over here for NRG unless they're able to find one of these kills quickly, because they've only got 20 seconds. And it's down to Nitro here for the plant, sure, but unless he can do something, the impossible here, getting overwhelmed by numbers, indeed he won't.
Cool idea, and at least he gets a bomb plant. That's nice. But it won't stop getting info from stealing away the round there. Looking for an upgrade. Shane delays the defuse for that. Might even scrounge up some leftover utility. 8-7 though. Again, in the second half, it is getting info, starting things off well, and stealing away the lead. What is the buy for NRG? That's a good question. They got the bomb plant, they had that bonus, and so they'll go for something. They're going to go for some actual investments. It's going to be cobbled together. It's not going to be the prettiest of things. George has no utility. There's 3. Okay, there we go. Never mind. He will have utility, albeit with a Galil in hand instead. OC, he's been good with the scout, but now he's on the other side of the map. He has an op to rival. Will he find that same success? Only time will tell. Carson all the way up long doors as well, looking for this marquee tagged. Down to 45. I think that was through the door from the scout. Nice crossfire in CT. George, though, still going to probe for info. Doesn't quite find it. Dare won't overextend either to try and get a kill.
Yeah, you can even see that Dare was like really expecting to go for that swing like that, but some of that utility from NRG just not allowing that to happen at all. And NRG still kind of the 4-1 split, just having, I think that's Bro just on the outskirts of upper tunnel, but they still got to retrieve the bomb. But now it looks like it might be the B split here. They're going to go for the 3-2. Marky now still in the mid, just kind of making his presence known, but look at this, getting info. They have a full read on this. They know exactly what's going to happen here.
Yes, they do. Getting info. Appear to have it all, in fact, because of that positioning from Carson. He's up long. They have a player watching catwalk from car, playing more or less retake. Shane on site along with 2 more teammates. He'll find one, not the second. Good trade from Bro, but still an uphill battle for them. Split comes in. It's trades across the board. Dare now backside, just trying to buy time, trying to get a kill to make this retake feasible, but he cannot find it. Unless Dia gets a kill with this op early on, it is going to be a save from getting info, because taking the B site back on the CT side is near impossible, even at even man counts.
Yeah, I mean, unless we see something from Carson, because I was thinking he looked like he was kind of like expecting to go for a little bit of a swing here, because they know they don't have to worry about any, you know, ops or anything like that right now.
Go for it?
He might try, yeah, exactly. He spots Bro, because if he can find one of these kills quickly, that might just be enough for him, but Bro needs to stay alive. It's so important for him to just keep his life intact, and he does. Because I was going to say, if he's down like that, I think that honestly would have just opened the floodgates for them to try.
Doesn't hurt to look for those openings, right?
Yeah.
Yep, it's one player crossing CT. It's a little bit of extra damage that actually will hurt NRG. George, Hext, and OC will not be able to buy AK's armor and utility. Nitro will have to drop over an AK more than likely, and a player will have to drop or to compromise on a weaponry, and in fact 2 will. Hext goes for a Galil, OC goes for a Scout. Even footing it again, getting info. Humbled in that round are close to being reset as well. This is a rather important round for both teams.
Yeah, the fact that we're down to like a nail biter situation too, right? Again on the second map. Holy, look at this energy, a little bit of this nade with lore here that's going to be able to get this long control. Hex does find himself that double opener, so now they're finally getting themselves a little bit of something on the real estate. But again, Carson, close on by here on connector. Feeling confident on the shots, but he's even going to get removed from Hex, and now he finally goes down, but Marky responds back nicely with the double. Now things are getting a little bit more interesting because we have the 1-on-2. You have a player that's already in B, but the bomb is all the way on the other side of the map, so Nitro, he has to be able to cross on this. Dia's not going to be able to see him, but Dia's actually in a strong position here because he's already closing in onto the site. And again, the utility. Bro does have the molly and double flash, but he's got to make sure he stays alive. And Dia's in a strong position. Look at this. He might be able to find the kill. Now he's exposed. It's all about them coordinating together. They have to be able to get this trade here, Nate.
Yes, they do. 45 seconds left. Bomb will finally hit dirt. Yeah. Going with the idea of window. I like this setup, though. Only one bullet left in the op now. One kill on that, one kill on the pistol is Dia's path forward. Smoke out the door. Trying to be the smoke criminal he was on Nuke. Will not land the shot. But ties with the round, trying to save this op for a little bit of pizzazz in the next round, which will undoubtedly be a save from getting info. NRG finally take the lead once more.
Yeah, really good play from Bro, though. Again, like that was really important because even Nitro, because the communication would have been there where Bro would have said, look, Dia can be close. Don't just swing out a B tunnel like that. Because again, Dia was in a strong position where he was in window. And if he would have been able to find that connection, Bro would have had to go backwards to go get that bomb. And that would have allowed more time for Dia to be able to find those duels, right? So, I mean, there was some good coordination, but a little bit unfortunate for Dia not being able to land that shot. Because he had that smallest opening. But that's kind of the minute details of CS, right? I mean, it's down to those like split decisions in seconds. And now even OC misses the shot here. The double stack into the dark hallway. And now, I mean, they get a little bit of intel that they know there's at least one or two players going into lower. So now they can reset. Now Nitro can just back off on this. But look at getting info. They have mid control pretty much up for their grabs.
Yeah, mid control taken. That means compromised hold at B and A respectively. NRG going to go for control out long. Good call. Going rather slow. Minute 15 left. Playing anti-flash. Finally lining up utility for the take. Comes the utility. And now they'll slowly clear out all the angles studiously as they do. Just under a minute left. Dia on catwalk is ready for a quick rotation. He will be here with the op. Question is, how much can he really do being the only player with a primary weapon?
Yeah, and them going silent like this is a really good note because, again, getting info just has a bit of an inkling, but they don't know 100%, but it's still scary because it's up close. But look at that. Up close and personal is going to be George finding himself maybe this triple. Indeed, he will. So shuts this down. No threats to the pistols. The op is going to stay intact here for Dia. He's going to be able to get himself back into B tunnel and then just Carson all the way around. Probably going to go for long, just look for that exit if possible. But then op is going to stay in the hands of getting info, which is the most important thing here. Getting a couple pistol kills would have been the cherry on top, but at least then they can keep Dia with the op. They can have enough money to get the rifle on the board. So this next round is going to be the utmost importance here, Nate. And I mean, for NRG to keep all 5 players alive as well, that's even a little bit more of a blessing.
Was the economy quick? Rotates on Carson. Dia's scope is heard. His steps are heard as well. How voraciously do they hunt? The answer is very. Dia's turned the corner, and he's not sticking in that close corner either by the taxi. He's fallen all the way back.
Oh no! Oh, he gets
He gets it. He gets it.
Oh my god, I can't believe he gets it. Who cares
I thought
about
they were
the
going to
TK?
collided by the op.
I
Yeah,
know,
who
so
cares about the TK now?
I honestly thought it was a collab. I was like, you're kidding. Dia gets gifted a collab? And I was like, okay, no. Just bro things. That's
Yeah,
huge.
some brotherly love.
Some brotherly love. But you know what? I mean, look, like, we know that getting info has the money for the rifles, but it would have just been so much better to keep that off into the playing field. So that's really
Can't
good.
buy them.
Yeah.
Huge. There's no chance for me to really rival now. And flashes out long. They're going to fight for that. Instead, dared 2 for 1. Good start. Takes a little bit of damage. Up the smoke they come again. And it's 2 this time for Dia. Trading out Dare, leaving just OC on the up. Wondering what happened. He's also going to go through the smoke. He gets caught on the wall. Jumps virtually up and down. And so, it is a round for getting info. And op recovered for Dia as well. Question marks all around for what NRG had planned in that one.
Man, I'm literally just scratching my head. Like, I don't understand. Like, NRG, you're not firefighters. Like, you haven't even extinguished that smoke. Like, it's just like they're running through it. Like, they think they can see something. I don't get it. It's a death trap. But they thought they could do it. They thought they had the better timing or something like that. But honestly, just giving up 2 bodies for nothing. But a little bit of redemption, I'm sure, maybe for OC. Finally gets himself that opening duel, but Now NRG really need to tighten things up. They got to get that belt a little bit tighter around the waist. Things are starting to get a little bit too loose for my liking. And now look at this, double kills coming in. First OC, now Hex. But look at Carson. Oh God, Carson. This is so big. Response back right away. Look at 1, 2, 3, and 4. How do they do it?
Where did that come from? 2 into tons, 2 out mid. Just OC left. He has an AK in hand, and he's caught by Dare. I don't think he had a helmet because that was a one-shot headshot. And that is the second in a row. It looked so good for NRG. They got 2 kills that went unanswered. They had mid control. Carson was not in a position to double down, but his teammate swings off contact expertly. And so we're back at even footing. Again, I think we saw this exact scoreline 10-10 in the last map as well.
Sure did.
And it was also at a point where NRG's economy was broken.
Yeah, so a little bit of deja vu.
A lot of deja vu.
A lot of deja vu. Oh boy. Okay. Well, NRG, again, no utility left remaining, just a couple P2s. Actually, a singular P250. So this is not looking good. They had a nice little bit of a lead, and man, again, some of these positional mistakes and just getting info just get some really good map control. Like, even like that last round, like we talked about, like the fact that Carson wasn't able to find the double, but even just the fact he finds the one, NRG gets distracted, his teammate swings, that's just as important. Like, that's huge. So now they're on the cusp of finding themselves a lead, and NRG haven't really called any timeouts either, which is, to be honest, quite surprising for me.
Yeah, it is. Especially after that round that left me scratching my head. It went out long.
Yeah.
Prime time for a timeout. I have no idea what was going on there. We had 2 go out, then 2 go out, and then OC try to jump out and just get stuck on a wall. Slower one for the pistols, though. Grouping up catwalk. Shane is here spotting the mid push. He has a teammate towards Goose as well, ready to play anti as required. That's Dare. Just waiting for the smoke. NRG gonna run boost out. Do they drop CT or do they just run up catwalk as the call? Oh, they missed it. Hex tagged down to 29. He will drop. And now the push will come through. Dia is here ready to support as well as a trio. OC still finds one nonetheless. Shane on low ammo. Does not find the second, but Carson, Dare, and just those 2, in fact, are there with more than enough firepower. And so it is an 11th for getting info. And I hear a tick in the chat. I think that might mean there's a timeout on the horizon, but only time will tell.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it was a nice little bit of a gimmick, and I think it was actually Hex that was a little bit late on dropping into CT because 2 of them tried that. So it allowed getting info to have a full read on the situation of, yes, they're going to drop, they're going to try to split this, but again, really good work coming in from, I believe that was Dare, that was just able to lock things up onto Goose. So now down to round 22. Things are really come down to the grind here between these 2 heavy-hitting teams. And now NRG, they've been looking for some redemption here today, but it might even be a bit of a fold. I mean, this is an opportunity. We're getting info, or 2 rounds away from taking this thing from a 2-0 with the 2 best of ones. So much pressure right now for NRG to be able to find this round and get themselves back into a conversation of bringing this game into equal footing. But what are they going to do differently? A smoke into the door, double door, so that's going to block off the op. They're not even going to entertain long right now, Nate, so I'm happy to see this. They're taking things a lot slower. They're just expecting somebody from getting info to kind of swing out and be a little bit more of a pest, which we have clearly seen multiple times in this map alone.
Yeah.
Oh, good information.
NRG. Not much to the left, just 1 smoke after that one's thrown. 40 seconds left, no real decision made. It looks like they're jumping up catwalk, though. Nitro, in fact, will spearhead that push, at least faking it.
Yeah, but they gotta make a decision now, right? I mean, this is where we were talking about 30 seconds. We saw NRG actually kind of fumble it a little bit where they went for the plant and didn't work out on nuke. They gotta do it now. Time is ticking.
18. It's going to be straight out Tun's call. 1 player holding for rotations in George. Smoke thrown for the crossing. Shane is on site. He has support as well. Dare is the one to find the opening. Dare the second. X finally won a response, but he's still kicking. Dare just buying time. Another round. Bomb plant not secured or even started. It's on the ground. Marky finds one. George surviving after time, or will he? He has to out of sheer desperation. No, he is traded, and now getting info have map point. And George only has $450 in the bank.
Yeah, now so the timeouts are going to be used, and I wouldn't even be surprised if we see NRG just kind of burn at least through 2 of them right now. They got to do something. Like, this is so weird. Like, it just kind of feels like they're in their own heads. Like, they're communicating. Maybe there's just multiple people saying multiple things at the same time, because the fact that we're seeing them with 30 seconds left, they have really no map control at all, and the fact that they're just going for a rush B with a smoke against them, this is just some really interesting play. Interesting, probably not the right word. I feel like it's a little bit careless from NRG. There just seems to be something that's really stunting them right now and kind of slowing them down, and getting info have now been able to kind of steal some rounds away.
It's confusing. And dare I say a bit worrisome. We've seen 2 rounds now, one in each map, where NRG lets time get away from that at a critical juncture. It wasn't as catastrophic on Nuke. It's far more catastrophic here. Finally calling that timeout. Overdue, I think we can both say. Scout for OC. Been good on it. Thing is, also, NRG are not, like, there's no one clearly failing. Everybody's doing decent work. Most amount of kills is 12 at Hexed. OC's at 19.
Yeah, it's not even like
they're they're very stable. I don't know, like, just not getting across that line.
It just feel like the decision making, right? I mean, now, okay, they're starting to make a little bit more of a decisive decision. They're going to go through mid, but now it's looking like a bit of a blender, because look at Dia. He's just lighting things up in mid, and now even Carson expects somebody to come through the smoke, and now this is looking so much better for getting info. They might be able to get themselves a 2-0 here today, unless George can do something in the impossible. He will not, and that is going to be a 13-10, and NRG fall from their undefeated streak, and they go 0-2 for the day here on Friday night.
0-2, and guess what? It is the stand-ins for getting info shining through. Dare had 107 ADR on that